I've got another new gun video for you this week. Hey everyone, Julie Golob here. I am a pro shooter for Smith Wesson, Federal Premium, and Trijicon, sharing guns, gear, and shooting sports. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Earlier in January, big news, Federal announced the development of a new round specifically engineered for the concealed carry gun owner, the .30 Super Carry. So in this video, I'm not only going to talk about this new caliber, but I am also sharing one of the first pistols chambered in this new round, the Smith Wesson M&P Shield EZ. So first of all, what is .30 Super Carry and why did Federal develop it? When you look at the most popular options for CCW pistols leaving gun stores, 9mm reigns supreme these days, and there are plenty of reasons for that too. Not to get into the whole caliber debate on what's best, because we can all talk about that, you know. I do think, and most of us can agree, that 9mm, though smaller in diameter and less powerful than other options, does typically give the user more choices, specifically for the size and the weight of the handgun, as well as the capacity, and also the shoot ability. I know that's not really a word, but we're going to say it. Shootability. People tend to be more accurate and more confident with the guns that they shoot well. Go figure, right? Though there isn't really a scale that can measure confidence from person to person, this confidence perception matters a lot. Confidence is one of the reasons why we see people make compromises in what they choose to carry in caliber, in capacity, in capability, and also how they carry and where they carry their pistols. Engineers at Federal wanted to give the everyday gun owner something more capacity in compact and micro compacts, or the possibility for manufacturers to develop new, smaller handguns without sacrificing capacity. The result, Federal's .30 Super Carry. When you first handle this ammo, especially if you shoot a lot of 9mm, you will notice immediately how slim the case is. I've set up some comparisons for you, starting with 22, then 380, 9mm, 40, 10mm, and 45. The .30 Super Carry stands out. The longer overall length and the slimmer case result in some very interesting statistics. American Eagle, the training round, and what you see here, as well as the self-defense option, Federal HST, both use a 100 grain bullet, 0.312 inches in diameter. When shot, once the firing pin or the striker hits the back of the primer, the pressure builds up in the case. That 100 grainer is launched out of the barrel, and according to Federal, at speeds of 1,250 feet per second. She's fast. The great thing about this particular American Eagle ammo for training is that it syncs both the recoil impulse and the point of impact with the HST. So you'll be training with ammo that shoots and feels very much like your defensive rounds. Some ballistic comparisons for HST from Federal on how the different calibers stack up in energy and velocity. A 99 grain bullet out of 380 is going 1030 feet per second. A 124 grain 9mm HST bullet is at 1150 feet per second. The .30 Super Carry pushes the 100 grain HST bullet at 1250. That's 100 feet per second faster than the 9mm. When Federal tested the .30 Super Carry HST, they used a 3.5-inch barrel for the FBI's heavy clothing protocol. And the .30 Super Carry HST expanded to 0.530 inches and penetrates 15.5 inches, where 124 grain 9 expands to 0.571 inches and penetrates 14.5. So a little less expansion for the .30 Super Carry, but deeper penetration. And in terms of energy, .30 Super Carry generates between 336 and 347 foot-pounds at the muzzle, which is very similar to 9mm that averages 347 foot-pounds. Again, all of this info comes from Federal, and they have an entire page on their website dedicated to .30 Super Carry, so if you'd like to learn more, I will link it below. Enough numbers. How does this shoot, right? This is what you really want to know. Smith & Wesson just sent me the new Shield EZ in .30 Super Carry, and in this video, I'm not only going to shoot it, but also compare it to the 380 Shield EZ and also the EZ in 9mm. If you're not familiar with the Shield EZ, this pistol is purpose-built to be easy to use, rack, load, maintain, and shoot. It's a hammer-fired polymer frame pistol with a grip safety and optional thumb safeties. I have an entire video on the Shield EZ that I will leave linked and in the cards for you so that you can learn more if you so desire. So to start, I thought I'd share some stats from Smith & Wesson. I realized I said I was going to shoot, but these are important. This is information from Smith & Wesson spec sheets on each of the models in the 3 different calibers. Very minor differences in overall length, height, sight radius, and weight to account for the caliber differences, but the big thing is in capacity, where the 380 and 9mm have 8+1 rounds, the 30 Super Carry gives you 2 more. So 10+1 capacity in the Shield EZ. And those 2 rounds, for someone who may not feel very confident in being able to perform a reload on demand, can bring a lot of peace of mind. So starting with the 380, I'm using American Eagle 95 grain target ammo here. The Shield EZ in 380 is such a soft shooter. In fact, I think it's the gateway pistol for center fire. The EZ is larger than a lot of the firearms you'll see chambered in 380, and the balance of this pistol in the hand makes it very pleasurable to shoot. It's kind of ridiculous, really. Back to that confidence thing I mentioned earlier, when you shoot this and hit center, you just feel good. And this is such an easy gun to learn on for newcomers and those who struggle with manipulating the controls on semi-auto pistols. Now, I get it. This pistol may not have features that are important to you, and that is A-okay. But they do matter to others, and these folks also deserve something that will allow them to be able to shoot well and also protect themselves and what they hold dear should they choose to. A little side note here, I can't tell you how many times I have been on the range with someone who has reservations about shooting because they started with something, a handgun that was too small and shot very snappy. The moment they pull the trigger, pun intended, on the Shield EZ in 380, that vibe instantly changes from doubt, maybe even a little trepidation, to fun and excitement, and it is such a catalyst moment. That is what we all want to see. The downside is that 380 just doesn't pack the punch that 9mm does. With Federal's HST, you do have some oomph to your ammo, but in 380, it's just not the same as 9 or other more powerful calibers. And that goes back to that confidence factor and the compromises that we make in choosing what we carry. After the EZ enjoyed huge success, Smith & Wesson beefed things up quite a bit and chambered the model in 9mm. All the features remained intact, the biggest being the ability to rack the slide. The Shield EZ in 9mm does have a tighter feeling spring, but not by too much. A lot of people, especially less experienced shooters, don't feel that much difference at all, really, when they're comparing manipulating the slide on the 380 and the 9mm. Add some technique into the mix, and they end up loving the 9 for a number of reasons. Makes sense, right? I'm shooting more American Eagle range ammo here, this time 115 grain, and I chose this popular grain weight that's closer to the 95 of the 380 than, say, 147 grain 9mm. This is also Syntech ammunition that's specifically designed to shoot cleaner. I will leave a link to a test I did with Syntech ammo if you'd like to check that out. The recoil is extremely manageable, but it is hotter compared to 380. 115s in general are snappier, and when you compare 9mm and 380 on the EZ platform, there is a significant difference here. There's definitely more recoil, and it's louder too. That can be more startling, for lack of a better term, especially in smaller, lighter compacts. Because we do have good slide mass here, combined with the 18-degree grip angle on the Shield EZs, 9mm in this platform is a joy to shoot. For those who are very sensitive to recoil, they still may prefer the 380 because it feels more like a pogo stick and a push than a snap or a kick. Now, let's talk about the 30 Super Carry EZ. Like the 380 and 9mm, this pistol is very easy to rack. It's similar to the 9, so tighter than the 380 by just a little bit. I'm shooting 100 grain 30 Super Carry American Eagle here, so very similar in grain weight. But as I mentioned before, this particular load of American Eagle is designed to feel like HST. So in comparison to range ammo, it hits the hand just a little bit harder, and that's just to be expected. It is by no means unpleasant or unmanageable. The recoil impulse in 30 Super Carry is faster, and even though these rounds are hotter, it does recover very quickly. So instead of a kind of ka-chunk kind of feel, it's a sharp lift that's quick to settle back down. In hindsight, I should have compared HST defensive loads in 380 and 9mm to this American Eagle load in the 30 Super Carry, because the range ammo I'm using for the 380 and the 9 is just softer. If you'd like to see that and how 30 Super Carry ammo looks in low light, hit the thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below. I do feel like HST would have been more of an apples to apples comparison, and I'm having a little bit of filming regret now, but alas, this is what we have. Now, comparing recoil on the EZ platform across all three, the 380 is just so much softer. It's in its own category. The real comparison is in 30 Super Carry and in the 9, and even though the American Eagle 30 Super Carry is hotter training ammo, the big takeaway is that it shoots a lot like 9mm range ammo. Basically, it's like a +2 9 in all the right ways. With a good high grip, the sights lift as you press, but they come back down very quickly into the same spot. This faster slide movement when it cycles reminds me of how we played with 38 Super and even 9x25s out of compensated open guns to shoot them faster and flatter back in the 80s and the 90s. I am dating myself and digressing, but I really want to shoot this out of a Shield Plus, and I can't wait to get one. I'd love to try it in a PCC as well. I did want to show you several different recoil comparisons. So there's some slow-mo here, controlled pairs, shot cadences, all that to give you the best idea of recoil. Again, I've mentioned this like 40 million times. I just want you to keep in mind that the 30 Super Carry load is designed to be more powerful than target range ammo, the Syntec, and that 380 that I'm using here. Also, keep in mind that this is just a YouTube video. If you can head to a local range and shoot a pistol like the EZ or even the new Shield Plus side by side with 9mm or 380, that, my friends, is the way to do it. I also wanted to show you some offhand groups I shot at 7 yards with each pistol. This is just a target I set up with 1-inch pasters that I used as aiming points. Full disclosure here, I have not been shooting a whole lot this time of year, and aside from being rather chilly, it was also a pretty windy day. So feel free to judge, comment all you like on my ability to shoot tight groups, but this is honest and real. My group with a 380 is the worst of the bunch, the 30 Super Carry the best. The best way to tell how accurate ammo is by shooting it through a barrel tester, or at least shooting it from a well-supported benched position. I'm excited to see where 30 Super Carry goes. Yes, I do shoot for both Federal and Smith. You should know that. But this is the kind of innovation that can make a lasting impact on guns and gear. Look at what the Shield EZ did for 380, where for the most part you'd only see tiny guns built for this caliber. The popularity of the Shield EZ alone contributed to more 380 pistols, and of course with it the ability to get more 380 ammo as ammo manufacturers like Federal work to meet the demand. So even if the EZ is not for you, or even 30 Super Carry for that matter, it will be interesting to see where this caliber goes and what kind of guns we'll see chambered in this round in the future. I'm excited. As I mentioned, I do have a Shield Plus on its way, and if you'd like a comparison between the Shield Plus in 9 and the 30 Super Carry with HST, let me know. And of course, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. And one last thing before I sign off, I want to make sure I say thank you to all of you, my subscribers who have stayed with me from the beginning, and the new ones. There are so many new ones lately, especially over these last few videos. I just want to let you know that I appreciate each of you so much. I do have more videos planned in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. Check out the links below for more details on all the stuff we talked about today. And until the next one, be safe, have fun, and live your life fully loaded.